the guy with the newest car on your street, the designer shoes, the watch that costs more than your rent, the Instagram flexes every weekend. There's a good chance he is one bad month away from broke. And the quiet neighbor who drives a 10-year-old Honda, eats lunch at home, never talks about money. He retired at 48. Nobody knew. This is not a coincidence. This is a pattern, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. We have been trained since childhood to read wealth through signals. Big house, nice clothes, expensive gadgets. But here's what nobody told you. The truly wealthy opted out of that game a long time ago. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how status signals are quietly draining your future. I'll show you what stealth wealth actually looks like up close, and I'll give you a framework to rewire how you think about money, starting today. Stay with me. Section 1. The Status Signal Trap. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When you see someone driving a brand new luxury car, what do you think? Success, right? Wealth. They made it. But here's the truth that the financial world already knows. You cannot tell how wealthy someone is by looking at them, not even close. A study by researchers who analyzed actual millionaire households found something shocking. Most of them were not driving the car you'd expect. They were not wearing the watch you'd imagine. They lived in neighborhoods that didn't look like money neighborhoods at all. Meanwhile, the highest concentrations of luxury car purchases, they come from people in middle-income brackets, people stretching to signal something they don't have. Think about why that happens. When we feel behind financially, and most people do, we look for ways to signal progress. We buy the visible thing, the thing other people can see from across the parking lot. And the car dealers, the fashion brands, the watch companies, they built their entire business model on this exact psychology. They are not selling you a product. They are selling you a signal. They are selling you the feeling of looking successful before you are. And here's the brutal part. Every month you pay that premium, every upgrade you make before you need it, every dollar you spend performing wealth instead of building it, that's a dollar that didn't compound. That dollar won't be worth $2 next decade. It won't be worth $5 in 2 decades. The status signal trap doesn't just cost you money today. It costs you exponentially more in the future, and most people never even realize they walked into it. Section 2. What stealth wealth actually looks like. Let me paint you a real picture. Thomas Stanley and William Danko spent years researching actual American millionaires. Not the ones on TV, the ones quietly living next to you. What they found should permanently change how you read the people around you. The average millionaire in their study drove a used car, wore a watch that cost less than $300, lived in the same house for over a decade, and their neighbors had no idea what they were worth. This is what researchers call the prodigious accumulator of wealth, the PAW. And the PAW has one defining behavior. They are invisible. They made a quiet, deliberate choice to stop playing the status game early. Not because they couldn't afford the luxury, because they understood what the luxury was actually costing them. Now contrast that with what the researchers called the underaccumulator of wealth, the UAW. High income, impressive lifestyle, almost nothing saved. The UAW's balance sheet looks great from the outside. His net worth? Terrifying. Here's the thing that will hit you hard. The UAW is not stupid. He's not reckless. He's just playing a game that was designed for him, by people who profit from his spending. When you buy the visible thing, you are a customer. When you buy the invisible thing, the index fund, the real estate, the compounding asset, you are becoming an owner. The stealth wealthy are owners. They just don't look like it. And that's the whole point. And what I'm about to show you in Section 3 is where most people completely get this wrong, even the ones who already know this. Section 3, the compounding cost of looking rich. Here's a number I want you to sit with, $100 a month. That's what a lot of people spend upgrading one small part of their lifestyle. A streaming tier they don't use, a brand name they don't need, a slightly newer phone 12 months ahead of when they needed one. $100 a month invested consistently at historical market returns becomes over $200,000 in 30 years, not because you're a genius, not because you timed the market, just because you stopped spending it on Signal. Now scale that to the car payment, the wardrobe upgrade, the restaurant meals meant to be seen at, not eaten at. Every single status purchase has an invisible number attached to it. The actual price tag and the compounding price tag. Most people only see the first number. The stealth wealthy see both. And every time they choose the invisible option, they are buying back future freedom. Here's what makes this even harder. Social pressure is real. When everyone around you is upgrading, staying still feels like falling behind. Your brain is not wrong for feeling that. Status is hardwired into human psychology. It kept our ancestors alive. But here's the reframe. In a tribe, looking powerful protected you. In a modern economy, looking powerful drains you. The people who figured this out early made a quiet revolution in their own minds. They stopped measuring wealth by what others could see. They started measuring it by what their future self would have. That shift, right there, is the beginning of everything. Section 4. How to rewire your wealth instincts. So how do you actually make this shift? Because knowing it intellectually is not enough. Step 1. Start tracking your invisible wealth number. Not your income, not your stuff, your net worth. Assets minus liabilities. That's it. Most people have never calculated this honestly. Do it once, right now. The number will shock you. And then it will become the only number you care about. Step 2. Redefine what looks rich means to you, personally. Not to your coworkers, not to your social media followers, to you. For most stealth wealthy people, looking rich means waking up without an alarm, choosing your own hours, and not panicking when an unexpected bill arrives. None of those things require a luxury car in the driveway. Step 3. Build a spending rule around signal versus substance. Before any non-essential purchase, ask one question. Am I buying this because I want it, or because I want to be seen having it? Honest answer. Every time. If it's about signal, pause for 48 hours. Most of the time, the urge is completely gone, because the urge was never about the thing. It was about the feeling. And step 4. Find your people. This is the most underrated one. The environment you put yourself in shapes your spending norms. If everyone around you is upgrading everything constantly, staying invisible feels impossible. But find one friend who's quietly building and watch what happens to your mindset. Stealth wealth is contagious. This is the right conversation at the right time can change your financial trajectory more than any salary raise. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. The richest people you know probably don't look rich. And that's not a coincidence. It's a strategy. Every dollar they didn't spend on signal is a dollar quietly growing somewhere else. Every quiet choice they made, the used car, the simple lunch, the invisible life, compounded into freedom. You don't need to look successful. You need to become it. And those two things, more often than not, point in opposite directions. Start tracking your net worth this week. Just the number, honestly. Watch how quickly that number becomes the only one that matters to you. If this changed how you see the people around you, share it with one person, someone who's been caught in the status trap. You might change the direction of their financial life. Subscribe if you want more truths like this one, and I'll see you in the next video.